Hey there, YouTube friends. This is Carrie from Any Day Blessings, where I like to encourage other mamas to be thankful and really allow that to just transform your day. I do a lot of that over on my blog and Facebook and Instagram pages, but occasionally I will post some of that here on YouTube. But primarily, you'll see homeschool videos here. All things homeschool, saving money, homeschooling, curriculum reviews, day in the life, all that sort of thing. And I'd love for you to subscribe and follow along with us. So please hit that button so that you get to see more videos. And let me know by giving this video a thumbs up if this is something that you would like to continue seeing here. Today I do indeed have a homeschool video. This is Song School Spanish Book 1 Complete Set. This is the first time that I've reached out to a publisher and asked them to consider working with me in exchange for reviews and sending me some product. And I am happy to say that Classical Academic Press agreed and sent me this. So this is their catalog, and I have a brand new shiny homeschool catalog, you guys. So who knows what I might be buying in the next couple weeks, because I do love to check out new things. This right here is a kindergarten through about third grade level Spanish program. It is the first program, I believe, in a set of two. So there's a Song School Spanish 2, and then they do also have some middle school options as well. I encourage you to look in the description below and head over to their website to see all they have to offer. I will put links to both their main page, the main publisher page, and also to this specific product page if you want to head over there after this to check them out. This video here is just going to be my unboxing, first impressions, showing you what I've got sort of video. I just opened this up about an hour ago, and so I don't know exactly how we're going to use it, how we're going to break up the lessons, but if you've used it before, I'd love to hear from you in the comments how you scheduled this, maybe tips and tricks that I could use, and things I could check out and be sure to use when we walk through this. If you have specific questions about this, if you've been eyeing this and you were like me and couldn't find any YouTube videos, I found one YouTube video of a mama who walked through this program. I was able to see the sample videos of the DVD set, which was great, but I really wanted to hear from other moms that have used this. So I was thrilled that Classical Academic Press sent this to me so that I can help spread the word, because I think this is really a terrific program. All right, so if you have questions, leave those below, but let's just hop in and see what I got. And I'm sorry about the barking dog. I'm pretty sure all my neighbors are coming home right now from work. So right here is just a huge set of flashcards. These actually right inside the, here, let me try and open this up. Right inside the top here, there are several instruction cards for ways to use these. So you could use these for different games. There's several different games here that you could play instead of just using them as flashcards, or you could just use them as flashcards, but there's a huge stack there, you guys. I think I read in one of the descriptions that there was over 100 vocabulary words covered in this course, and so Mama's not going to be making out homemade index cards, flashcards, which I'm pretty homemade, what did I say? Homemade index card flashcards. Okay, that just sounded weird. I'm not gonna have to make those. Thanks to Classical Academic Press. So I'm really happy that those came. And this right here is probably what I was most excited about, the Song School Spanish DVD set. Now I will say, because I know we're kind of getting to the age where people no longer have DVD players, and there's no longer even a way to play it on your laptop anymore for a lot of people. They do have a streaming option, okay? So when you go to purchase, you can choose DVD or streaming, okay? There are 24 episodes. There are 31, oh goodness, got a little fuzzy there. 31 weeks of lessons, so one lesson per week, and there are 24 episodes. They do not have a video for the review weeks, okay? So you won't have a video on those weeks, but every other lesson where there's new material taught, you will have a DVD lesson. And you know what? I meant to look, you guys, about how long these lessons are, and I didn't. The sample lesson was about 5 minutes or so, so it's not really long. It just gives you the opportunity to share a Spanish speaker with your child to help with pronunciation, and also to provide just a little bit different media, to, I think it really aids in the learning when you see them talking about a pencil or an apple or a sweater or whatever it is, and they put the sweater on, or they take a bite of the apple and they say la manzana, or whatever it is. So I think the visual and audio together really are helpful, just in my opinion. And so I was thrilled that they had a video component that comes in the complete set. Also, you get a teacher's edition and the student book. I'm going to set that aside for just a second. And the teacher's edition, I will say I was a little confused at first. And again, I only had this about an hour. But as I'm flipping through, I noticed that the first section of the book appears to be like an answer key to the student guide or the student book. But there's no actual instruction. So that leads me to believe that all the instruction must happen on the DVD. So I don't think you could probably use this without the video portion. I'm not sure though, again, that this is just my first impression. I will by all means let you know that when, as I go and after we decide how we're going to use this and whatnot. But that's just my first impression. I'm not seeing any actual lesson plans or instruction where, you could do this on your own with your child without the DVD. So just keep that in mind and tune back to see what I figure out. This second section of the teacher's guide does have a little note here about photocopying, that you can run copies off of all of these Blackline Masters. These are extra printables that you can give your child extra practice, or I was actually even thinking of using this as a chapter test. So there are 3 pages in the student workbook for every lesson, and then there's this extra 4th page, and I was thinking I could maybe use this as like a quiz or a test. We've not really tested or given quizzes and things like that before, but these look to be really like fun, like non-intimidating things that I think maybe we could try using it that way. So again, I will let you know, but there is one for every chapter except the review chapters. There's not one for those, at least I don't think so. Let me double check that if there's, oh yeah, there are even ones for the review chapters. Look at that. So I'm glad I checked. Actually, there are two. So when it's a review week, you have 2 pages, it looks like. Let's see if they continue that. I just want to make sure. Okay, 31, review, and then end of book review. Okay, so maybe they don't all have 2. Oh yeah, there's 2 there. So it looks like the review chapters have 2 pages, and the regular chapters just have 1. So that is the teacher's edition and what is in there. Now, both in the teacher's edition and in the student edition, there are some helpful pages about scheduling and pacing the course. This is the student book here, and I'm just gonna let you look at that real quick in case you want to see the content of the course. You will see it's 3 chapters review, 3 chapters so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chapters in a review, 3 chapters in a review, so it kind of alternates a little bit there. Okay, this lets you know some hints about scheduling and pacing, but over here it gives you an even more detailed look at a possible schedule that you could do. It gives you an idea of the content of the course here. It's mainly going to be vocabulary and gentle grammar introduction. Over here it gives the CD song list. The CD is found in the back of the student book, so purchasing the student book and the CD together, that's the only option. You can't purchase just the CD, and every student book comes with a CD, so they're a package deal. Those are the only parts that you can't purchase separately of everything I've showed you. Everything else you can purchase individually if you prefer, but the student book and the CD, those are a package deal. Okay, this I thought was great. This right here tells you about some other things that they have on their website, some additional pronunciation files and extra songs, and even the option to ask the teacher, which is a maestro, to ask the teacher questions. So the teacher that's on the DVD video, I believe, is who is answering those. I'm not certain. Again, just giving you my first impression of what I believe is going to be. This up here, I was actually really excited to read about and understand the reason for their approach. Immersion is kind of the trendy word right now when it comes to language learning, and we attempted that this year in a very informal way. And if I didn't have 3 years of a Spanish background, it would not have worked at all. So I don't know if full immersion works for somebody who doesn't have any Spanish background at all, in the sense of being the moderator or the instructor. I feel like immersion can only be taught by someone who actually knows a language, because then they can help the people know what they're saying. I don't know. I'm not in any way qualified to really give an opinion about proper technique, but this, as a homeschool mother, I'm telling you, I really appreciated this little section here about their method of teaching foreign language. So definitely read that. You can actually see the samples online. Then they just give you some helpful information here and jump right into chapter 1. So each lesson is 3 pages, 1, 2, and 3. And then we start the second lesson. Oh wait, no. It's 4 pages? 1, 2. Oh, there's nothing on here. This is just, okay. So I was thinking there's 3. I'm just looking here because I looked at this before and I was like, there's 3. Okay, there's 3 pages of writing per. Sometimes they'll actually have like a little bit of instruction. Oh, I'm sorry, you're off. This is a wide book. It's a landscape book, not a portrait book, so I'm having trouble fitting it all on here. It looks like they have 3 pages of actual like writing or activity that your child would do, but sometimes there's an extra page of instruction material. Excuse me. Okay, so this is what a basic lesson would look like. And again, I haven't figured out how we're going to break it up between the songs on the CD and the DVD yet. I will definitely come back with all of that. But there is what looks like they're going over the songs there. Then the child has an opportunity to do some writing. They have the option to play a game and finish the story with their vocabulary words, put on a puppet show, fill in the blank, and then we move on to the next lesson. And don't forget, you do have that additional printable in the teacher's guide for each chapter. I'll show you a lesson in kind of the middle of the book so you can kind of see how the content progresses. Again, I don't know if I mentioned this. This is kindergarten through 3rd grade level. They have 2 different books, Song School Spanish Book 1 and Song School Spanish Book 2, and then they do actually have a middle school level as well on their website. So this, about halfway through the book, chapter 16, Animals. This is just showing you how the course progresses a little bit. And some games. So they even have games, in addition to the card games that they even have other games built in here. And I believe I told you about Headventureland. Did I tell you about Headventureland? I think so. Let me hold this up so you could see it, because sometimes I forget to put things. See that in the yellow there, headventureland.com. There are more games, more practice, and I want to say there's almost kind of like quizzes there, but I can't remember. I did look at that though, and that is something that's also available to you as well. Was there anything else back here? Oh yes, these are printable little props and puppets and things that you can print off and make, and it tells you when to do that in the book. And there is also little reminders up there. These are the little characters that will follow you along throughout the course. Maybe I'll show you the last lesson too, so you can see, or I'll show you lesson 30, because lesson 31 is a review. So this is greetings. And let me head into the review. So this one's just 3 pages. This one's not very long at all, the last chapter. Okay, so that is just a quick, like I said, first impression, unboxing, this is what I got sort of video. And I will be coming back with how we're going to use this, how we're liking it, all of that sort of thing as we go along in our school year. Now we school September to May, so there will be a little bit of a lag between when we start to use this, but I will probably come on end of summer, because I will have taken time to do my homeschool planning for how we're going to break this up and things like that. So I'll probably come on again end of summer with a better idea of how this is actually going to fit into our weekly schedule. So again, be sure to subscribe and head back and see that. Leave me any comments down below and I will get to those as soon as I can. If you have used this, please let me know if you have any tips or tricks. I love to hear from other mamas, and I'm hoping that this will be a help to one of you. Bye-bye.